played mostly like two-string licks. He very seldom, he didn't improvise running up and down the top string. He had a few set little figures.
Well,
Muddy
yeah,
Waters did.
that's what I mean. But what I mean is it was only one string at a time.
Hmm. That's true. He came the closest. It's not as it's just a lot more conservative type one-string playing than guys like Booker White or what's his name, Blind Willie Johnson.
Yeah.
But it sounds good.
Now, what about rolling and tumbling? Where does that fall in?
Our version?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a case where the left hand is the traditional left hand and the right hand is the way it feels comfortable to play. You know all about that.
Yeah, but isn't that a lot of that single string work?
Oh no, it's two-string. Now I'll tell you, that's funny. The solo is one string because for some reason it's usually two, but the day of the record, several takes, I couldn't get a good sound up high on the two strings, so I played a one-string solo. It came out okay, half okay anyway. But on the last chorus, I just threw it to the winds and played the two strings like I planned it, and it finally came out right. It's the only time it did.
Let me ask, what is the ideal
Behind the singing, it's all two-string bottleneck playing, that kind of thing.
I just wanted to ask, what would be the characteristics of the ideal pre-war number for your band to do?
Oh, it's Bullfrog Blues, but we can't find another one. We haven't been able to. The ideal characteristic is where Henry can get away all the way through and have a strong rhythm guitar part. But we haven't been able to hit the winning combination in that category since that time. Like Terraplane is a different creature. I'm going to be playing lead on that song. The ideal song is where we can get a good rhythm part and then have it lay of the land in such a way that Henry can do anything he wants over it.
What is the absolute non-ideal characteristics of a pre-war song in terms of notes, measures, rhythm, everything?
You mean within the area I like?
Yeah, within the area you usually
I think I mentioned most of them.
the non-ideal characteristics.
One is the canned heat blues kind of thing, where intricate, the background guitar is based on intricate playing in all registers. That doesn't supply a kernel that the band can relate to. If we ever worked out a song like that, it would be highly arranged and never played live. People couldn't stand to do that. That would be like sitting around reading dance band charts to play that kind of song. Maybe.
Well, do your parts then mostly have to be chord type parts? Or
My parts. Oh yeah, right. The rhythm guitar parts. Oh right, 4 or 5 strings at a swipe. Right.
It's big slashing motions.
Well, controlled, but
Yeah.
using a lot of strings. Yeah, if you slosh in the electric, you can't get away with it as easy as you can on the acoustic. It's grotesque if you just slosh on the electric.
But what if you were to do a John Hurt song?
Oh, that's something that would never happen.
It's out of the question.
Right.
I see.
Now, this Morning Blues, that might fulfill the spirit of that kind of song, but it has no changes. See, it's weird. It's real weird. It has that whole flavor in that set of notes, but there's no chords. So that might work out.
Are there any Negro groups that come, in the past or even present, that come close to what you guys are doing?
An approach?
Yeah. In, say, the...
Well, in terms of putting lead guitar over traditional drone guitar, it's not too common. Now, a recent record has called Motor City is Burning by John Lee Hooker. That's got Hooker strumming away on an E chord most of the way and singing, and some unidentified guitarist who sounds kind of like Buddy Guy playing real good up high. So that would be the same, and one chord item. That would be the same combination as we have on, say, Dark Road. And then B.B. King plays a solo on a Otis Spann record from the 50s, dealing with the devil. But they're that approach. Usually those two things are different. Traditional guitar and modern guitar are usually found in different orchestras.
Say if you didn't have Henry in your group, which style is there any particular artist or sound that the group would probably be doing?
It depends on who the other guitar player would be.
I mean,
If Henry was not in the group, then it would be based on who the other guitar player would be. Of course, if Henry wasn't in the group, it would be based on who we went out and got. But that's too hypothetical, because the group is the group. And then if Henry isn't in the group, it ain't the group.
I see.
So that is a question that's not grounded in reality at the current time.
Your Canned Heat seems to emphasize the instrumental side of the blues. Could you
Mm-hmm.
say anything about the problems of singing blues?
Oh, well, this is getting into an area that has not been discussed at all, which is what the people playing the melodies and singing the melodies do. What we've been discussing mostly is the background. So that's really a lot harder to talk about, because then you get into the specificalities of how guys treat notes and how they treat rhythm. Well, what you talking about the singing?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Maybe I think you should ask Bob about that. For myself, I'm interested in avoiding Negro inflection of speech as much as I can, and using words that I really want to sing. And most of the words I like to listen to, I don't want to sing. The main thing is, like, Bob feels comfortable singing a wide range of words, not directly applicable to his life, such as I was born in Alabama and raised in Tennessee. I think he thinks of them as songs. He likes to sing songs, but they're not static. He mixes them all up from different places.
But do you like to sing things that have a personal meaning?
Yeah, right. It's really weird. Like, at any given time, there's only about 5 songs that I know. Because that's the main problem I've had is most of the words sound good but not coming out of me. So I'm getting more into writing my own words to get around that. It's an obvious solution.
Do you improvise then your words?
Oh,
on
no.
stage? You don't
Oh,
just-
never. No.
Well,
Oh, no, on stage sometimes, yeah, but on the record. Like, one thing I can mention, it's kind of weird. If I was to read it about it somewhere and hadn't done it myself, it would seem artificial, but I'll cop to it anyway. It's that me and Bob, we both write all the words down and look at them as we sing them. Just sing from the page. Now that's worthy of mentioning. As I say, to be perfectly honest, if I read that of some other band somewhere, it would, without having done it myself, it would seem wrong. But in the first record, we didn't do that, and it just didn't come out the way we expected. And so we decided to become schizophrenic in that way and become highly organized on records. Now, you don't have to. I mean, Muddy Waters did very well running into the studio, batting off 9 masterpieces in 12 tries and then splitting for another 8 months. He did it, but we didn't. So we're trying something else.
try to make all your words in one song revolve around a particular theme?
Well, yeah. Me, yeah. Not obvious ones. See, the main thing in the words is that the singer wants to sing them. It doesn't matter so much if they're completely intelligible, like that owl thing. See, they're all words I wanted to sing. It's the message is not really too intelligible, but it's okay because it's all around the theme.
But you don't believe in just singing general truths.
General truths.
Well,
Ooh.
I mean, that are not necessarily applicable to you personally, but might be applicable to someone
Well, the only
else.
psychological truth is what is applicable at the time to the singer. So if the words fit psychologically, then he can feel comfortable singing them. And I think a lot of this is bound up. I think there's a lot of